Good morning, folks. Welcome to Quants App. This is Vicky Sajnani. Let's get started with the morning market brief. 79.95, 178 points down. Nifty 50 futures shut sharp. Nifty Bank 42,222, minus 1.27% down, essentially 545 points yesterday. So let's see where the SGX Nifty is pointing to. SGX Nifty is pointing to a 32-point gain, 18,000 thereabouts is the expected open for Nifty. Looking at the charts, well, 17,800 continues to be the strong support zone for the charts. And on the higher side, you have 18,500. Of course, 18,000 thereabouts is the psychological level. So you have 18,300 and 18,500 as the two major levels on the higher side. 17,800 and 17,500 are the major levels on the lower side. Well, looking at the build-ups from the futures end, you are seeing some shorts emanate in Nifty. Well, considering the open interest picture from the options end, you are seeing 18,100 having substantial OI apart from 18,000. So you have 18,000 level, 18,100 level, 18,200, 18,300, a concentration of OI built-ups there, which is going to be a stiff resistance point for Nifty. On the lower side, you have 17,800 and 17,700. Also having put OI, which is substantial. Well, looking at the Bank Nifty now, there is pressure on this counter as of now, as we speak. Major support zone being 41,500. So you have 42,000 and 41,500 as the major levels on the lower side. 42,500, 43,000, 43,500, 600 levels on the higher side. So looking at Bank Nifty build-ups, you're seeing a short coming in over there. Well, looking at the OI picture from options, you're seeing 42,500, 43,000 has major levels, and 44,000 has a substantial OI built up, called OI built up. On the lower side, you have 42,000 and 41,500 as the major levels. Top gainers and losers: Tata Motors, MFSL, Hind Copper. Top gainers: Adani Enterprises, PNB, and City Union Bank are the top losers. Well, from the index contribution, we saw private banks, NBFCs, oil contributing to the weakness in Nifty. IT also contributed minus 20 points on the negative end. Private banks contributed minus 52 points, 53 points negative contribution, minus 26 points negative contribution from oil. Telecom also, you had a negative contribution of 12 points. NBFC is 24 points negative contribution. So all in all, most of the sectors in negative except for metals and auto, which were in positive, and power. Power was marginally positive. Well, looking at the built-up sectorally, you have pharma, auto ancillary in the positive long side. You have PSU banks, infra, telecom, cement, all on the short side. Well, I would like to highlight to you, Quants App is presenting the Option Symposium, India's largest option conference where you learn and network with more than 30 plus option experts and get to learn 10 plus option strategies. This is going to be held, this is the Option Symposium 5.0. The past symposiums were held virtually because of COVID. This is going to be held in the iconic Bombay Stock Exchange, 11th and 12th February. The sponsors include Alice Blue and Espresso. And also, to know more, I would request you to click here on the iCard. So there's going to be a grand event where we're going to be discussing about variety of option strategies. You get to learn and network also. So that's that at the Bombay Stock Exchange. So see you there on 11th and 12th of February. Moving on, the result calendar shows no data as of today, no specific results to be specifically announced today. 12th Jan, you have HCL Tech, Infosys. These are the two bellwethers announcing the results. Well, one stock which we have on the radar is Tata Communication. Kind of resistance being seen at 1397 and 1510 on the higher side. 1300 is a kind of a psychological level. 1237, 1200 is the two major levels on the lower side. Of course, 1150 happens to be a strong level on the lower side also. That's a major support zone as we speak in Tata Communication. Well, looking at the OI picture from futures, not a substantial long which is coming in, but let's see how this pans out during the day. The OI is not substantial as such. Well, the options open interest picture, 1400 happens to be the stiff resistance for this counter, and 1300 on the lower side coupled with 1200 levels. Well, looking at the other counter which is there, which is Dabur, negative pressure there, 548, 541, kind of 548, 541 is the major support zone for this. The next major support will be thereabouts of 520, resistance being 570, 4 and 591. So on a breakdown of 540, one could consider a bear pressure in the in this counter. So you are seeing some amount of short covering there, but marginal. You have seen a series of shorts which have come up in Dabur earlier on. Well, looking at the open interest picture, you have 550 as the major level on the lower side. On the higher side, you have a concentration of call writing at close to 560 levels and then 580 levels thereabouts. So that's how it is. Band list, you have GNFC and India Bull Housing. Well, before we wrap up the session, I would like to highlight to you, please consult your financial advisor before trading in derivatives, and also please follow a strict stop loss while trading in derivatives. 17,800, 17,500, we already discussed the Nifty trading range. 18,300, 18,500 are the pivotal resistance points. Bank Nifty, 41,500, 42,000 are major supports. 42,500, 43,000 major resistance points. Pharma, auto ancillary are the long built up, short built up is IT, telecom, PSU banks. So we discussed Tata Com and Dabur as the two stocks. India Bull Housing Finance and GNFC are the two stocks in the band list. Well, that's it from my side. Wish you happy trading and all the best.